Hi everyone, welcome back to Mind Trip Corner. Amy here. Today's video is going to be one that I didn't think I'd ever make, but I decided to. Um, so it's going to be about anxiety and dentures. I know I didn't say in a get to know me video, but I do have a top denture, and today's video is going to be explaining why and the anxiety that goes with it, and also for people that have yet to get dentures but have found out that they need to, this video is for you, or for people that already have a top denture and the anxiety that still goes along with having a denture. So here we go. First, I'll say my story. So it all started when I was little. I had a really bad experience at the dentist. The dentist forced my mouth open and held me down so that they could do what they needed to do. Well, needless to say, after that, I suffered extreme dental anxiety. It got to the point where my family couldn't take me to the dentist anymore because all I do is scream and I wouldn't cooperate. So they ended up, not taking me anymore because I wouldn't let them, and the dentist wouldn't work with me anyway because I was too scared. So as I got older, my teeth got worse and worse. I did brush them, I just didn't brush them as much as I should have. And obviously, I never went to the dentist, so any cavities I had or whatever, I did not get them taken care of, so they got worse. And then after my second kid was born, they got really, really bad, and my second kid accidentally headbutted me in the mouth and made one of my very front teeth break off. Not completely, but just bad enough where it was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And then after my third child was born, she also headbutted me in the mouth and broke off the tooth next to it. So then when I eventually got up the nerve to go to the dentist, they told me that my teeth were too bad, that there was no saving them. So at that point, I was devastated. I was like, oh my gosh, I was young. I mean, not much younger than I am now. I've only had this denture for about a year, maybe going on 2 years this year. Wait, no, next year. Yeah, coming up this year, it'll be 2 years since I've had this denture. But, so yeah, that happened. And then, I was devastated. I was afraid, what's my husband gonna think? What are people gonna think? And so anyway, it took a little bit to actually get the denture. Like, I didn't get it right away, and I didn't get my teeth pulled right away. It took a while because we had to save up and pay out of pocket because we didn't have the money, we didn't have insurance to cover it. So I did that. About a couple years later, I got the top pulled, and I was supposed to get a immediate denture right away. Um, but that didn't happen. Like, I got the mold made that day, but it wasn't ready by the time my teeth were pulled because they did the teeth pulling in the morning. And then I had to come back to get it done, to get the denture when it was ready. But that denture never fit right at all. I could not wear it. No matter how many times they shaved it back, I kept gagging and gagging, and I could not wear it. So that sucks. So I actually went for a while, like majority of the time, without my denture in because I couldn't wear them. And then I eventually, like a couple months later, I went back and I was able to um, get them refitted, well, remade. They remade them for me, and then I was able to wear them. And I was still gagging, but not as much, and I got used to it. However, even though these are my perms, which I ended up getting a little too soon because you're really supposed to wait an entire year after you had your teeth pulled so that your gums have enough time to shrink. And I went a little bit earlier than I should have, about like a couple months earlier. And I can't wear these teeth to eat, so I have to take them out, um, which really sucks. I hate it. It's disgusting. I wish I could eat with them. Like, I can eat hard stuff with them, but the soft stuff, it's really hard. Um, and I get periods where I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a denture. I'm so young. If anything were to happen between me and my husband, nobody would want me. And all these thoughts rage through my head because now, I have a denture, and that's not cool. That's not pretty. It's not, I mean, it is pretty actually. If I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't have known that I have a denture. But that's the thoughts that go through denture wearers' heads, especially when they're so young. people freak out, and it really isn't that bad. It really isn't, because you do get used to it, and people don't know unless, you tell them, and you just get used to them. And you do have periods where you're gonna feel, negative self-esteem, low self-esteem. It's gonna happen. Especially if you had low self-esteem before about how bad your teeth were. And for all those people out there that have perfect teeth, or don't need dentures yet, or may never need dentures because you have good genes and whatnot, I just want to say, please don't make fun of the people that do need dentures or have dentures and they're so young. It could be anything. They could need it for genetic issues. It could be because they didn't have the health care that they needed to take care of the teeth, because healthcare is expensive. And for me, it was a combination of genetics. I didn't take care of my teeth like I should have, because everyone in my family pretty much has bad teeth. Um, so that's, one other thing that contributed to it. But you never know why someone needs dentures early. You never know. And you don't need to make fun of them or anything because they do need a denture. They were just unfortunate. Some of us that have dentures early needed it because we got into a terrible accident and we lost our teeth, or our teeth got so damaged from the accident. And you don't make fun of people because you never know their story. And even if someone does need dentures because they didn't take care of their teeth, obviously something caused them not to take care of their teeth. It wasn't because they didn't want to, or because they didn't, you know, because they were a slob, or because they were too lazy to. Something caused them to not do it. Maybe it was too much pain from sensitivity. Maybe it was, maybe they didn't have money to get a toothbrush or toothpaste. Maybe they didn't have insurance to go to the dentist. You never know. So just don't make fun of anybody, because you never know their story. And it's really a really hard thing to go through. You're devastated when you find out that you need dentures, especially at a young age. And because you think dentures are for old people and dentures are horrible, but you never really know someone has dentures, because there's different types of dentures. You can get the ones that I have, which is removable. You can get the ones that you can get implants. You could get snap-ons. It just depends. Of course, the ones I have are the cheapest ones, and that's why I went that route, because I needed to. I didn't have the money for implants or anything. So that's why I have removables. Plus, I'm a little afraid to get implants just because you hear that you could still get infections from them. And I, for one, after having all my top teeth pulled, do not want to have any more teeth infections. I do not. And most people don't either, but most people don't get infections in their teeth, so like don't take this video as, oh, don't get implants or anything. The implants can be wonderful. You can have they're easier. Implants are easier in a way because they stay in your mouth. I mean, the snap-on ones you could take on and off yourself, but majority of people that have the snap-ins probably wear them all the time. And hell, if I had them, I would too. But just don't. Yeah, I'm not saying don't get implants or the snap-ons or anything like that, because it can be good. You never know. You could adapt well to them. But just for me personally, I'm too afraid to get them. Plus, I can't afford them anyway. So yeah. Sorry, I'm rambling now. But yeah, that's my story. I appreciate everyone for watching. So don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Leave any comments if you want to share your story, or if you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will respond. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe this video oh my gosh, sorry. Like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you next time in the Mind Trip Corner. Bye.